It's a bear. Looks like the coin's been right lately. Hey, what's up? This is Brian Kuzmar with Commercial Rare Coins and Precious Metals with our pretty fish on the screen. This is the Miami Coral Cam for you new folks, and for those of you that have seen this 100 times, sorry I had to explain it again. So, what's this have to do with precious metals or anything? Nothing really. It's just a local cam, and I'm a local small-time country precious metals dealer down here in South Florida, coming up with some videos to help you guys out with. So, I don't even know where that came from. So, hope your day is wonderful, and let's start this out with some spot prices here. Down a little bit, kind of as I expected. What's going on this week, folks? What did I say? Look out for where I thought the monkey hammering might happen again. Well, here we go, right here, right before Powell speaks, right before the jawboning, which I believe is on Friday. It's only hump day right now, Wednesday, but a couple more days Powell speaks, and as I said, I thought they were going to go in there and monkey hammer. I don't know how much they're going to do it, but it looks like it's starting already, the monkey hammering somewhat. And again, right before Powell speak, or during, or slightly thereafter. Now, since Powell's speaking on Friday, I would be a little concerned about Sunday night, the opening on Sunday night, because I have a sneaking suspicion that Powell's going to come out. And again, this is jawboning, folks. And during the jawboning, people that find it lucrative to manipulate markets take advantage of the Powell jawboning. So if Powell comes in and says that he's going to, or Powell comes in and say they're going to raise rates or start pulling in the QE a little bit, exactly what will happen is on Sunday night, the monkey hammerers, the manipulators, the fraudsters, they're going to go in there on Sunday night and probably lay off another large load. Could happen. Could happen. Again, depends on what Powell says on Friday and how everyone takes it. It's not what Powell is saying is what's causing gold and silver markets to go down, and hasn't been, really, because if you think about it, big frickin' deal if he raises the rates a little bit, from what the dismal rates they are right now, just a tad higher. It still doesn't cover the cost of living. It still doesn't discuss inflation. No less, they will use these excuses to take, because the majority of people are stupid when it comes to economics and politics. They get their news from a single narrative viewpoint, which is CNN, MSNBC, whatever the favorite flavor is. Everyone has their favorite flavor of news. For what it's worth, I stopped watching corporate TV news in 2008. I only read now. I find that much more satisfying than listening to these single narrative viewpoint people. But no less, that's exactly what happens, and that's how they manipulate these markets, folks. It's part media, it's part using the government and central banks. As I said, what Powell will say on Friday will have no matter what he says, no matter what he does, really will have no effect on the precious metals market. Is someone going to tell me, some talking head on TV is going to tell me that, or Wall Street Journal or Bloomberg publications. Again, I don't subscribe to these corporate publications anymore. It took me years to find out that they really have a narrative that they want you to believe. Anything else is outside their realm, and they'll make fun of it, or they'll call you a conspiracy theory, or whatever it may be. No less, they have or they're trying to sell you something, and that's the narrative they want to sell you. But no less, I kind of digress there, like I usually do. I don't trust corporate news sources. I have also seen, in my experience, I watched Wall Street Journal quote people in Wall Street Journal, in the paper. I watched Wall Street Journal quote some people as gold experts. One which I personally knew that, nicest person as they may be, they were far from a gold expert. I think that one of my employees that works for me has as much knowledge in gold as they did. And they quoted him as a gold expert. People trade on that information, folks. So, if CNN or MSNBC or Bloomberg or Fox Business or whoever, Wall Street Journal, invites someone on and they call them an expert, people trade on that information. So very dangerous place to go, because first off, they have a narrative to paint. Second, I don't know if they check the people that they claim are experts either. Maybe they do. Maybe they just look for people to say the things they want to. But no less, Powell is going to jawbone this whole thing. The media is going to come out and say, Powell's talking about raising rates. They're going to go all pontificate upon it, you're going to see, it's ridiculous, folks. It's ridiculous. It's jawboning. But again, the jawboning is not going to affect precious metals in any way because we're in a bull market. How it'll affect precious metals is these entities that do these big giant smackdowns and manipulate these markets. The institutions like JP who got caught doing it, Merrill Lynch who got caught doing it, and it may be other traders that we're not familiar with or institutions as well. And a lot of people believe it's via or at the bequest of government or central banks, I should say, which is probably true. But we're not going to go there. No less, these entities, once Powell starts to speak, the talking heads on TV will go out and talk about raising interest rates and how that's going to change the market entirely, which is bullshit. And then they'll use that excuse to monkey hammer markets on a Sunday night. However, I am not sure that we'll see the monkey hammering on Sunday night. It just seems if they monkey hammer gold and silver next Sunday night in any large functional kind of way to knock out sellers and buyers, or to get people to sell so they can buy, I would be amazed because that would be so in your face it's not even funny. The whole gold community and even people who deny that these markets are manipulated would have to say, God darn, they are. So, well, let's move along again. Let's take a look at markets. They are down a little bit, and I've always said that when the Powell jawboning starts, you're going to see markets up and down, either the day before, day after, day whatever, no less. And it's not because of what he says; it's because of the people using what he says as an excuse to dump the markets. Gold right now, 1787 to low overnight, 1803 right now. Got to admit, didn't look at markets last night or this morning, so I'm not quite sure when that low was. But currently sitting at 1793, up a little bit. Again, I think it was a bit lower, maybe perhaps this morning in New York, of course. Silver at 2382. Looks like we were nearing that 24 mark yesterday. A range of 2368 since yesterday's New York close. Overnight markets 2368 to 2388. Again, currently sitting at 2382. Platinum 998, sub $1,000 level. Great buy again. 990.70 is the low. 1,015 the high. And again, all three metals are down a little bit. It's funny, too, because I was mentioning the other day that platinum seems to be a tell. Platinum was down yesterday. Remember I said I noticed right before the markets, gold and silver markets, and I think gold is kind of bringing silver down a little bit, and then giving the excuse to the short positions to hammer silver as much. But no less, remember last week I said I noticed a pattern of platinum going down and then gold and silver would go down a little bit, almost like a tell, almost like a canary in the gold mine. It's kind of weird. However, there could be something to that. Remember the platinum cartel, the mob. The platinum mobsters are South Africans, Canadians, and Russians. Now, all three of those are heavily into the precious metals. They got their own thing going, but they may be privy to information, and markets may move there first sometimes just because they know what's going on. Again, purely speculation on my point. However, a little pattern has emerged at platinum. When platinum's gone down, silver and gold, or gold and silver have followed the next day or so. Oh, here, let my crew get that phone here. Sorry about that. And I'll take a sip of coffee meanwhile. Take a long break here. Sorry about that. Well, not too much to say. I think this provides a great opportunity to buy the dip. Again, if it really gets monkey hammer, for you folks waiting for a big dip, a potential big dip, just wait for the jawboning on Friday. May happen tomorrow. May start today. I don't know. It's kind of waffling a little bit. May happen tomorrow. May happen on Sunday night. No less. For anyone that has extra money or is thinking about buying, it's a great opportunity to buy the dip. So, if Powell goes in and jawbones the markets and they monkey hammer it, buy the frickin' dip, folk. So, I said so about 5 times here. Sorry about that. I have thinking about that now. Oh, boy. Let's see here. Again, these shows are done live, so sometimes my tongue just gets tied or I start repeating words, but I try to remember that, not to do it again. ZH, not much news, kind of quick show today, and for what it's worth, I'm going to go over some spread prices. It looks like availability on some products is pretty darn good, not so good on others. I'm really surprised about what's happening with constitutional silver, and if you hold on for a little bit, I'll talk about that when I'm through the news here. Some good stuff, though. Again, I'm going to go over wholesale prices, what dealers are buying from each other and selling to each other for. And then, of course, if you're a retail person, you can expect to pay a little bit more than that, obviously. Not too much in precious metal news. I was going down the list here. This is ZH. Pension buys gold, broad basket of commodities. I'd recommend you read this if you go to ZH and your ZH is on your bookmark bar. It's by VBL, and I think it's a Canadian pension fund he talks about is putting gold. I didn't read the article, didn't have time this morning. However, I like the stuff that Vince writes, I think, or Vince, I don't know what his middle initial and last name is, but VBL as he goes by. He does some good stuff out there. I'd recommend you read that article. And what else is out here? Again, not too much in precious metals. It's kind of SOS, same old shizzle out there. And let's see, reclassify, automatic. Oh boy, that's not good. Let's kind of go down here and look for things that might be relevant to precious metals. And again, you could almost say that everything in politics and economics is relevant to precious metals. However, we have to cut it short what we can talk about. Good article here by Peter Schiff, Less Loose Money, Monetary Policy Isn't Tight Fed Monetary Policy. Peter explains exactly, for those folks that are worried and think that the economy is going to turn around and the Fed is going to fix everything, Peter pretty much will diss that whole idea that you have because it's not happening, folks. And that's why you don't have to worry about precious metals going down anytime soon. Well, anyway, good article to read, and I'd recommend reading anything that Peter Schiff writes pretty much. The guy knows what he's talking about, and he's in the precious metals business as well. Gotta admit, I don't think he's been doing it as long as I have, though. So, good trader, though. He's an excellent trader. And not too much here. I'm going to move over to here. I've added AEIR, American Institute of Economic Research, to my reading. I've always had it on my reading list, but it's been quite lengthy, and these articles are very in-depth. And seriously, it would take an hour to read one of these articles right here for the most part and discuss it. So I have not done that. But the thought occurred to me, why not? I'll share this this link with you folks. I think this is one, as far as reading about economics, this site is far better than Bloomberg, Wall Street Journal, all the financial publications that are online combined together. This is one of the best websites out there, in my opinion, on economic issues, and the writers are really good. It's called American Institute for Economic Research. It's free, by the way. You can donate if you like it. But if you're a reader like I am, I would definitely put that on your bookmark bar. Let's take a look at gata.org real quick. Not too much to talk about. Craig Hemke at Sprott is got a little article here. I don't read a lot of the Sprott stuff. I like some of their writings, though, and I like Craig Hemke and stuff that he writes. No less kind of what we have talked about, mostly what's going to happen at Jackson. He calls it the Jackson Hole Down. It'll be just what we've talked about for the last year and a half. Job owning, opportunity for manipulators to go and take advantage of the job owning, which really has nothing to do with precious metals, and use that as an excuse to dump metals. But it only happens temporarily, and we've seen it happen so many times that you know what the end result is. It'll just be back up again. Doesn't seem like they're succeeding too well in knocking precious metal prices down. Hugo Salinas price report. Now, Hugo is some super rich guy out in a billionaire out in Mexico. I think he's really smart. I read the article. I think there's some lost stuff in translation here because the article is a little hard to read. However, he did point out, and let me just click on that real quick and click on his website. Again, I'm not going to read the site. I read it this morning. However, I had a hard time making some of the sense of his comparing witchcraft and Bitcoin together. You can read it yourself. It's kind of interesting. Haunted House is popular for all these great cities. But where is the long one too? Man, he really goes all out on Bitcoin. And let's see here. Oh, a point that he did bring up. Really, really valid point that I like, because I read the whole article. I was having a hard time putting together how he's combining witchcraft and again, I think its translation is lost a little bit in this article. It's on the gata.org site, but you can also get it to his website, Silver Coin from Mexico, the website of Hugo Salinas Price. But what Hugo does say here, and he makes an excellent point, is Bitcoin is he doesn't like Bitcoin too much. It's pretty damn obvious. He talks about for what it really is. However, you know, people. I'm a capitalist and a libertarian, and I believe that as long as no one's harming each other, people should be able to make money how they want. And if you know how that Bitcoin game is played and you're making money, great. However, he seems to not like it even more than I do, so I understand it. I don't like it, but I understand it, and I certainly wouldn't be for regulating it or making it illegal, that's for darn sure. But what Hugo does point out that totally skipped my mind is, what is Bitcoin priced in? US dollars. So think about that for a second. The idea that you're putting away Bitcoin, right, and that Bitcoin is gaining in value is kind of negated by the fact that it is valued in U.S. dollars. What does that mean down the road in the long term for Bitcoin? It just means that Bitcoin will fall with the price of the dollar because, again, it's priced in what? U.S. dollars, folks. And that's kind of coincidental, too. Why didn't they price Bitcoin in euros or something like that? That's a bit odd. I never asked myself that either, but again, I digress. Let's move over here to yesterday's videos. I thought yesterday's video I explained, is silver too low, is gold too high? More or less I was talking about the gold to silver ratio. I was pointing out the peaks in the gold and silver ratio in relationship to the price of gold and silver, what it was at the time. At this time, the silver was like, when we had this high 114, 120 to 1 ratio, I think gold was $1,700, $1,800 an ounce, and silver was still hovering around that $15 per ounce. There was such a huge difference. That's why that ratio was so high. But if you look at the gold and silver chart, which we did yesterday, you can see the correlations between this, and I believe that kind of gives you some good information to trade on. Let's take a look at some comments down here. Celeste says, do you really think they can monkey hammer gold down this time to fix the ratio? I don't think it has anything to do with the ratio. I don't think anyone pays attention to the ratio except us traders and gold people and stuff and silver folks. I think the monkey hammering is, again, strictly done to get people to sell the positions, to get the stops to knock themselves down on the way down, and for the people that, what's the purpose of the manipulation? I think it's profit related in the silver markets. I think they do it to knock down the price of silver so they can store more silver go and buy physical. Maybe lay off the paper derivatives. I'm not quite sure how that works, but that's how I believe it happens. Very possible. When it comes to gold, I think governments knock down the price of gold primarily. I'm not so sure about the price of silver, but Ted Butler does make a great case about the government being involved with the silver price as well, if you read his stuff. Ted Butler has a site called Ted Butler Research, and I think he's also on silverseek.com. Let's see what Michael says. Have some coffee. Thank you, sir. I will. Let's see. Donald Robinson. You're welcome, Don. I appreciate that. I think that they gave some bad information as far as, I mean, the information was legal, however, not legal to the IRS, legal to the Constitution, Don. So, and the Constitution and the IRS are not the same thing. So, no problem there. I don't mind sharing that information. That's what this show is all about. This video is all about sharing information, making you a better trader, and hopefully picking up some local customers for me at the same time. Chris says, it said gold will take off when it reached 1800. Not quite sure, Chris. And agree, platinum leading up or downtrend. Yeah, if you've been following that as well, that's what I've been saying too. That platinum seems to be leading the way a little bit when it's red for a day or two. It seems like gold or silver seems to follow it. And then when gold and silver go back up, platinum seems to follow that as well. Just a little pattern, may or may not mean anything. Joey says COMEX control is just a small tentacle of the Kabbalah. Yeah, there's a lot of tentacles and a lot of Kabbalahs out there, Joey, and they're all working for themselves, not for us. Thanks for watching, Michael Rodriguez. Yeah, Palantir, I did a little thing, and I should have titled the article or titled my video, Corporation buys $50 million worth of gold bars. I probably would have got better clicks. I'm learning about titles, by the way, folks, to try to get my videos a little more clicks on them. Good title sure helps. You can have the greatest content in the world. Without a good title, your video sucks, as far as viewership goes, except with my loyal watchers out there. Thanks for watching again. Yeah, I agree with that, Mike. The big fish know ahead of time, and big whales eat small fish. That's the whole idea. That's how they grow big, by eating small fish. Thanks for watching, Michael. I appreciate it. Tree Climber, thanks for watching. Can't argue with some of that. And that's really about it as far as comments go. Quiet day yesterday. Seems like a quiet day today, too. Well, let me go over best deals real quick. I got the spread wholesale sheet out here. First, let's talk about 90% silver coin. The buy price on 90% silver coin is amazingly up. I don't know what's going on with 90. There seems to be big demand for it right now. I'm seeing the bid price from dealers has gone up like $1 per ounce. The ask price is like, let me give you the spreads here for what I'm saying. Between $2 and $3.50 between what dealers are buying and selling with each other as far as 90% goes. You can probably expect to pay about $1 or more per ounce for yourself on that. We obviously here in the store will beat APMEX, JM, SD Bullion. Those are big online companies with good prices. However, if you're a local dealer, you need to compete. Now, I don't care if you're a hardware dealer or a jeweler, you need to compete with the online guys. And you have a big advantage too. Local guys have a big advantage, as we do. Besides going into the fact that I can beat the big 3 online retailers there, where was I going with that? We have great prices is what I was trying to say for my local customers. Remember, I only deal local. I don't ship anything out. So if you don't live in my area, I can't deal with you. However, I hope you're learning something from my videos, and you can find yourself a good local dealer as well. So the spread on 90 seems to be between $2 and $3.50 per ounce. 100-ounce bars are the best deal out there for 999. Best deal, period. I am just blown away. What's happening with 90%? Why is 90%? There must be a big shortage of 90 out there. I mean, because I have never seen 90% bid and ask above 1 ounce, 10 ounce, 100-ounce bars. I mean, it is right now. The bid and ask is higher than pure 999. That's amazing, folks. And I'm kind of real happy I've been telling you folks to buy 90 for a long time, while it was a great deal. However, I'm going to have to tell you at this time, don't buy 90%, folks. There's better deals out there right now for sure. 90 is, 90 is like almost double the price of .999 generic 1 ounce, 10 ounce, and 100-ounce bars. That's amazing. So let's take a look at what the spreads are in 100-ounce, 10-ounce, and 1-ounce bars. It looks like it's anywhere from a low of 50 cents to a high of $2.75. And I suspect that really, and I don't even see any buyers out there at that half a buck. I think most of the buyers out there are spot plus $1, $1.50 to $3, right in that range is what I'm seeing wholesale to wholesale trades being at. And again, expect to pay $1 or more per ounce for that. If you're a local customer, my prices are better than any of the local guys, and I beat the online guys. So I had to say that one more time, sorry. Remember, I am doing this to get business too. For you folks outside my areas, I'm just doing it to help educate you as well. And again, educate my local customers, because if they're educated when they come in, it's one less question they have to ask me, and time is money. Let's take a look at what other deals out there. I'd have to say best deal out there is still 100-ounce bars. Stop buying 90, folks. It's too expensive, even if you like it. You know, we got to stick with price points here. Next best deal will be 1 and 10-ounce bars. They're going to be at spot. If you're buying under $4, we have them for like spot plus $3.75 for 1 and 10-ounce bars. Or less, depending on the quantity that you're buying. We have 100-ounce bars at spot plus $2 or less, depending on how many. I'm sorry, spot plus $3. My apology, and spot plus $3.75. We like to make $1 an ounce on the really small sales. Large sales, we decrease it quite a bit actually on larger sales. And as I said, I'll beat the online guys. Stay away from Morgan and Peace dollars for sure. The premiums on those are just ridiculous. There's only 0.77 ounces, and they're trading in the mid-20s as far as the buy prices from dealers. My suggestion is if you have, let's take a look here. If you have U.S. Morgan dollars that are circulated, obviously, and Peace dollars, trade those out right now. Get rid of them. For any folks, common dates, not your rare dates, and not for you guys that are collecting. If you're just sitting on a bunch of U.S. silver dollars, Peace dollars, and they're common, they're low grade, get rid of them. There's no better time than I've seen in years, decades, to sell these things for a premium that's just crazy right now. So I recommend you sell your U.S. silver dollars, folks, whatever grades they are. Again, common dates and common grades or low grades. So get rid of your U.S. silver dollars. Maple leafs have come down quite a bit too. Eagles are still expensive, folks. And for what it's worth, my local customers, I didn't want to, but some folks said they just wanted to buy one, for an example. So I do have 2021 Silver Eagles in stock, the new style. And quite frankly, I don't like them, but I do have them in stock for my local peeps in case you're wondering, and I've got a good price on them as well. Come by and see me. I bought a couple hundred of them just to have them. I wouldn't recommend, certainly would not recommend anyone buy them for a silver investment. The premiums are way too high. But if you just wanted to pick up a couple, I do have them in stock now. BU Silver Eagles, the old ones, same thing as well. The spread's like $3 to $7.50, and retail folks can expect to pay $7.50 and up on Silver Eagles. Still too much money in my opinion. Maple leafs have come down quite a bit. I think maple leafs, if you had to buy any of these silver coins out there, I'd buy silver maple leafs, and those are spot plus 475 or less, depending on the quantity that you're buying. So they've come down to a reasonable level. For my local customers only, because I don't ship or do anything else, I have a super special for you. I have British. What the heck are they? Oh my God, I forgot the name of them. You know, the Queen, the British Queen. Oh my gosh, I forgot. Oh, I forgot the name of the British 1 ounce round. Basically, it's a pretty British coin with the Queen on one side. And I'm embarrassed, right? Britannia just came to me. Sorry. Let me have a sip of coffee. Maybe the caffeine will get me going. But I've got 1 ounce brand new Britannias in stock that I'll sell you for the same price as generic 1 ounce rounds. That's a special deal. As you know, you would expect to pay a lot more than that normally for these coins, but I got a really great deal on them. I'll sell them to you for the same price that I'd sell 1 ounce generic rounds for. A great deal, folks, if you want a good deal in your local. Let's look at some other things here too. And what else? Britannia, great deal. Britannia's a great deal if you can pick them up from your local dealer. I don't know if your local dealer has the access that I have, but if he does, ask him if you can get them for spot plus 375. That's what I'm selling them for, or less, again, depending on the quantity that you're buying. Silver-proof eagles, gold-proof eagles, stay the hell away from them. They're way too much money. As far as platinum goes, what's the best deal on platinum? It looks like 1 ounce bars in cards, platinum bars. That would be any any of the good makers that make platinum. Perth. I'm not sure if Rand makes. The South Africans make the bar, but any of the Swiss mints and the Australian mints, 1 ounce bars in cards and platinum. You should expect to pay $85 or less, which is a pretty darn good price. And I think platinum is a steal at these levels. Eagles are a lot more expensive. You're going to end up paying spot plus. Oh, what's it look like? Another 105, another 20, 125, 130, around spot plus 130 now from your local dealers or more. That's what we have available for. As far as gold goes, eagles are still expensive. Gold 1 ounce eagles, I wouldn't recommend them, folks, because you can buy a Krugerrand or a gold bar and a silver coin for the same price you could buy a 1 ounce gold eagle for. So I'd rather buy a Krugerrand or a gold bar plus a silver coin than 1 ounce gold eagle. I think you get a better deal that way. Gold eagles are probably in the 125 and up range. We have them for like spot plus 125 or less, again, depending on the quantity that you're buying. Maple leafs are going to be spot plus 90 now. Much better deal for maple leafs, and I think Krugerrands are about $5 cheaper, so spot plus 85. Gold bars are going to be 45, 89, 65, 75, 80, spot plus 80. So there's like $5 increments in these things. And let me just compare real quick here. 45 Krugerrand. Yeah, Krugerrands are $5 more than bars. At this point, with Krugerrands being $5 more than bars, I can forgive that $5 and say, you know what, I like Krugerrands better than gold bars right now, just because of the price point. And remember, I do switch around. I love 90 for a while, but 90 is ridiculous. Don't buy 90% silver right now. I'm all about the price point, buying the cheapest, lowest premium product that you can buy that's recognizable by the industry. Not again, when I say recognizable, when you walk into a dealer shop and you say, I've never seen that before, you've probably never seen a lot of things. What you need to do is ask your local dealer, is this a industry recognizable product? If he says yes, That's a good sign. You should probably buy that. The second question before you buy it is that the lowest premium you have? If he says yes, that's your best deal, folks. Well, that's really about it. This is Brian Kuzmar, and I've got my little thing up here with hammers and houses and computers. You know, my deal is buy local. It strengthens your community, and it strengthens your community. There's no doubt about it. And in this time where your money gets sucked up globally and outside your state and outside your communities, there's no better time than to think about buying local. Now, if your local dealer is not as competitive as I am, give me a call. I'll tell him how he'll make a ton more money being competitive with the big online sellers. It's easy to do. Our overheads are low. We're here already. Plus, we can give great advice on top of that, which is hard for the big online guys to do. And again, I'm not dissing the online guys. I'm just saying, you know, buy local, and a lot of times you can get a much better deal. Well, that's really about it. This is Brian Kuzmar with Commercial Ware Coins and Precious Metals in beautiful Lauderdale by the Sea. Call me anytime at 954-493-8811 between the hours of 10 and 4, Mondays through Fridays. Happy to help you out anytime. And hope you have a great day. Let's see what happens tomorrow. Will we see monkey hammering or will we not? Thanks again for watching, folks. Talk to you soon.